Welcome to explanatory video 4 of the series, in which we try to explain how we're going to do, as Pathways project, get a grip on farms, farming systems and ecosystem services. This is the explanatory video for the workshop that you're going to be doing. Because what the Pathway project needs is a shared view from a small group of experts, which is you, on what the effect would be of the 5 storylines described on the farming systems that were selected. This workshop is organized to do this specifically for one farming system. Not all systems, one farming system. So what we need to do together is, one, we need to envision for this farming system what a representative farm actually looks like. How does it feel? What do you see? Then we need to assess these 16 themes for this specific representative farm. At the third phase, we need to envision, okay, so there is a storyline described. What would it look like when this storyline really develops over time? How does it affect your representative farm? And then we need to assess how this then would translate into these 16 themes. Would they improve, stay the same, or even decrease? And then we just need to repeat 3 and 4 until we've done all 5 storylines. So this is step 1. Envision the representative baseline farm you're going to work with. And for this workshop, you're going to be using the intensive system for dairy based on green maize silage and or temporary grassland focused. Specifically for dairy and beef cattle in the Netherlands in this situation. So now, up to you is to find a way as a group to define and describe and characterize your baseline farm that is representative for this specific farming system. What type of farmer is operating this farm? Maybe it's a tip that you step into a car, you drive, and on the road you head into the farmyard. You step out of the car and you meet this farmer. What type of person is this? What are the focus? What is the focus of the farmer, the interests of the farmer? What is he proud of? What does he look like? What is he happy with on his farm? Her farm may as well be. And the farm characteristics is specifically important, of course. How much land is there? What is the land use? And obviously there is soil types and so on, but try to make a choice on this. Housing and management of the cattle, production metrics, economic, social aspects, people, are there people coming there and what do they do, and so on. Technology use, innovation focus, maybe the climate and geography a bit for so far relevant. And you may use this big sheet in front of you to just draw words, to make drawings, write words, so that you together can get a shared view. And now, dare to choose, because you have to aim for an average farm. And we all know there is no average farm. Yet again, you as experts have been chosen because we think you can come to an agreement on this. Now, step 2. There are 16 themes related to the farming tree. Take the table with these 16 themes and try to assess for each theme how it would be for your specific representative farm. And again, it is not an exact measurement. It is not meant to say this is forever the reality. No, it is an indicative answer for your situation as a group, how you think this would be. Add a brief argumentation for each of the themes. Now step 3. Having done so, we now are confronted with a certain storyline. And the storyline is described, and it is kind of a certain policies that have been put in place. It's certain economic developments, and they steer the direction of the farmer. Because as any farmer, any entrepreneur, he develops the farm, he or she develops the farm according to what's happening in the context of the farm. So with this specific policy line, this storyline, think of your baseline farm and how will the farmer adapt the farm and the way of farming in this storyline. In the course of 5 to 10 years, you will see the changes in practices, maybe in the stable, maybe in the land, maybe in the crops are grown, maybe in the type of cattle, maybe in whatever. Discuss together how you think that your baseline farm will change. And again, maybe use words, make drawings to get yourself to a shared view on 5 to 10 years from now for your specific baseline farm. These are the baseline storylines, or the storylines that we have described. Efficiency first, rural renaissance, feed no food, high animal welfare, livestock free. You see, they are kind of extreme, and they've been chosen to be extreme. Not one of these storylines will be the reality. The aim is just kind of a thinking practice. What if it would be reality in this extreme development? Then how would a farmer react? In that way you can get a grip on possible effects of certain policies. And that's what we aim for as Pathway Project, to get a grip on possible effects. So now you have kind of made a vision for this, and you get into how would this actually affect the 16 themes. Take the table again with the 16 themes, and each theme has been assessed by you. Now estimate how this assessment would change, given that this storyline has been in place for 5 to 10 years. Would it, for this specific theme, improve strongly, plus plus, improve a plus, 0, kind of stay the same, a minus become less, decrease, minus minus, decrease strongly. Add again a brief argumentation, and again it's the invitation to look at this from a kind of a distant view, not too close down, but try to get the bigger picture and what is the development then. And then step 3 and 4 need to be repeated so that you've done it 5 times, 1 time for each of the storylines. So the main tip for this workshop is dare to make it simple and leave out diversity. How much you may like and love diversity, now we're going to focus on one representative farm. So make a choice on how it will look like, and dare to assess it from a distant view. Don't get too close, kind of step in the helicopter and hover over the farm and try to get a meaning out of it. Because at Pathways, we aim to get grip on possible effects of policies and economic developments. Not to predict how a specific farm will look like in the future, but to get a grip and to be able to assess, if you choose this as a society, certain policies, certain economic developments, then don't be surprised that this will be the effect. And that's actually why we need your brains. We picked your brains to help us do this for this specific farming system. When you're done, please send it to these 2 email addresses of Inge Maartje Pieneman and Michiel Klaassen. They will be so happy to receive your email. And yeah, that means we are at the end now. Good luck and have fun. Bye-bye.